All right, cheers. We are live.
All right. Cheers, y'all.
Woo. Mm. Okie dokie. So, what do you have in your glass right now?
I poured some TX, Texas Straight Bourbon Whiskey, finished in Oloroso Sherry cask.
Awesome. You know, I like TX bourbon.
Yeah, they make a
And
pretty
whiskey.
good stuff.
Yeah,
Great corks, too.
they're out of Fort Worth. Yeah. It's Firestone and Robertson.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out of Fort Worth. I'm actually drinking Burning Chair right now. So
Okay.
you actually have the PX Sherry cask finish.
Yes.
And mine is Cabernet barrel finished bourbon. So what we're going to be talking about tonight, because earlier in the week, so I have these crawlers out there. Well, whatever you want to call them, alerts, Google alerts. You know, it watches for things that come in that's new, and it'll
Uh-huh.
send me updates on it. And we got 3 or 4 updates this week about new whiskeys coming out, and every single freaking one of them was sherry cask finished.
Hmm.
So I went online and I was like, huh. I mean, I know sherry finished whiskey, has been really popular with Scotch for a while. You know,
Oh,
certain
yeah.
Scotches. And you know, so I looked and I said, is sherry finished bourbons on the rise? Absolutely, and that's the number one. So finished whiskeys are on the rise. And on top of the finished whiskey, sherry finish. Now, not necessarily Oloroso or PX or whatever, but just sherry finished. And I was kind of looking into it, and I got a couple of different words on why that would be. And one, a couple of like Nancy the Nose type people, but not as big as she is, were saying that it's probably because it's the easiest flavor change. It's the most impactful barrel you can get for flavor change.
Well, maybe besides Umbrana.
Well, yeah, but
That
I
one.
mean, you can do rum. You can. Now, I will say this Cabernet. You can see there's a tint of color to
Oh,
that
yeah.
amp there. Now, but I don't really get a red wine finish on this bourbon, and Cab is notoriously dry. You know, like Pinot Noir is on your sweet side of the red, and
Mm-hmm.
Cabernet Sauvignon is typically a really dry red wine. Well,
Okay.
this bourbon, it didn't dry it out. Certainly not. It's still a little sweet, mid range sweet, and it really doesn't come through as like a sour grape note or anything. It just kind of mellows the flavors, and there's a kick to it.
I got you. Hey there. Let's see who all got in here. Sugar Kitty, Peter White, Lone Stars Lounge. Cheers. Miss Lori J and Lori. Hey there. Sugar Kitty.
Yep.
Sherry Finisher Whiskey will get her another one.
Hey, we'll pour another one. Come on.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. And the other one I have out now, I would have brought down, and I will say one of my favorite sherry finished bourbons on the market is Rabbit Hole Derringer.
Uh-huh.
It is a really, really thoughtful, well balanced sherry finished bourbon. And if you get all three, the shit, I can't remember them now. What they call them? Oh, Cave Hill, High Gold, and then the Derringer. The
Mm-hmm.
Derringer is the most expensive. It's about $85 for the Derringer. A little higher proof and sherry finished. So,
Okay.
you know, but the other ones, if you drink one of each, you know, through there, you will be amazed when you get to the Derringer how much more flavor that one has, how many more notes it has to it.
Yeah. Well, this TX is pretty good. I mean, it's comes across pretty sweet though.
Yeah, TX. I worried about it at first because they are kind of newer, so I was worried about their bourbon being young. Uh,
doesn't come across as young.
No, I think they went. They waited. They probably had enough money in the bank to wait the 4 years at least
Hmm.
to get it started. If I were going to do it, that would be the way I would want to do it. If I got with some guys to invest in something like that, I would want to do the 4 years. And
Did your feelers pick up the Diageo move?
yeah, but I didn't have time to sit there and dissect that. But yeah,
Well,
I've got
I
a
can.
couple of things bookmarked I need to go back and look at. But applying for jobs has been my number one. You
Okay. Well, yeah, I can get a little quick synopsis on that. Basically, Diageo owns a bunch of companies, of course,
hmm
and the one that I was concerned with is Balcones, and apparently they have put like a halt on production for well, basically now and or I think it may be a month or so ago until next year. But it's on Balcones and George Dickel.
Okay. So
So
they're going to acquire Dickel. Well, Diageo though they're one of the ones that tends to leave them alone and let them cook.
mhm.
Um,
Yeah, but I guess people aren't buying as much bourbon nowadays as they used to,
yeah,
and they have a big pile of stuff they're sitting on. So they're like hold off on making any more for 6 months or so,
right.
basically. And it says they're the Cascade Hollow Distillery at Diageo's Tacoma facility in Tennessee, which produces George Dickel whiskey, has also been temporarily closed with no job losses.
Yeah, Peter White on the rye. That's the one I really because I think Oloroso sherry comes through the strongest, and
Hmm.
with a good uh what I call meaty, but a good full noted rye. I think the Oloroso stands up. It stands up well to that finish
Yeah.
on that
Yeah,
case.
Oloroso and PX, depending on how sweet you want it. I mean,
Right. Mm, mm.
it's a
So
it's a Madeira cask.
I did the research. So sherry, cask finished bourbons, and American whiskeys are on the rise, gaining significant popularity, particularly in recent years. While a long-standing tradition in Scotch industry, cask finishing is a newer trend in the American market that is being driven by what this is that word again, premiumization, consumer demand for new flavor profiles, and market saturations. And I know we were talking before we went live, and not everybody is into whiskey like we are.
Yeah.
And what I hear from a lot of my friends and acquaintances that aren't into whiskey that much, they say, "Oh hell, all bourbon tastes the same," which we know is not true. But
Yeah.
there's it's kind of tough when they go for a bourbon though. They tend to either go for a base bourbon like Jim Beam, and some people even say, "Oh yeah, I have bourbon," and they'll bring out Jack Daniels, which
Yeah.
is fine,
Jack or
whatever.
Beam.
But they're typically making an old fashioned or like a mint julep during horse race season or something.
Yep.
And then if they want to go a little more premium, they tend to either go to the Heaven Hill stuff because it's familiar,
Hmm.
but they always get either that or like the Old Forester, like the 86 proof. Or if they really want to get lottie da fancy, they think going for the regular old Woodford Reserve is like they
Yeah.
got to hold their pinky out when they drink it.
Or Buff Trace
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, if they can find it. Um, yeah, and some people will go for even the Weller Special
Hmm.
Reserve and say, "Oh yeah, I've got a great bourbon," and they'll bring out Weller Special Reserve, which I don't go into any tirades or anything with them. I'm like, no, that's good, that's good, and I just mentioned it's a wheater, and then we go from there.
Jeez. 120?
Whoa.
Yeah, I don't think so. What's
Mm.
up, Sean? Good to see you. Got your samples
Dawn
boxed up
today.
and should be in the mail tomorrow. I am whenever we got off stream today. I am getting the labels and stuff on that.
Yeah, no, we've got a lot. Well, put it to you this way: I have over 2 pages of stuff here. Whether we get to all of it, we don't have to.
Yeah.
But I was just going to talk about the drivers for this trend, and
Okay.
I think we know what the drivers are. We've been following the industry for a while. Bourbon, like you said, is taking a little hit. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
anything devastating to bourbon right now, but it is on the decline
Yeah.
of preferred. Now, with that said, a lot of the distilleries that make bourbon also make American whiskeys, rye, and other things. So they're going to shift internally as well. But cask finishing as a whole has seen a boom in the American market, following in the footsteps of the Scotch industry. Distillers are experimenting with unconventional barrels, including port, rum, and various types of wine casks, which is what I'm starting with here, with sherry being one of the most popular. And sherry, wine, but it is a super aged old cask, typically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then consumers are increasingly seeking new and unique flavor profiles. By finishing bourbon and American whiskeys and sherry casks, distillers can add layers of rich, sweet, and nutty notes like dried fruit, chocolate, and spice. Many producers use sherry finishing for their high quality, limited edition, or experimental releases. This allows them to create more complex and nuanced whiskeys that command a higher price and cater to whiskey connoisseurs and collectors. With a flooded market of new bourbons and American whiskeys, finishing in a sherry cask allows distilleries to stand out and offer a product with a unique story and flavor profile. Now, when we say that, they can stand out for right now, but
Mm-hmm.
everyone's jumping on the bandwagon. So before long, you're not standing out anymore.
Yeah.
And then, speaking of Angel's Envy, the trend was kickstarted and popularized in the market by brands like Angel's Envy, which launched a successful port finished whiskey more than a decade ago. And someone mentioned to me, oh, it was my doctor. I went to the doctor this morning for my annual checkup. Good, everything's good. So
Okay.
if y'all don't like me, tough shit. I'm going to be around a while. But the she mentioned, because my regular doctor was out this week, but I went on ahead and saw the backup doctor that was in,
Yeah.
and she said we were talking about drinking, and I said mentioned the show, and she said she liked Angel's Envy with ginger ale to watch football, and I
Okay.
said, well, there you go, whatever you
Yeah.
like.
You can mix it however you want to. Drink it neat. Mix it
Yep.
with a Coke, Diet Coke.
Yeah, however you want
Don't
to
make
drink
me
it.
any difference.
Yeah. Oh, just got home. I thought I was trying to read that, and I was looking through my bifocal, and it was blurring over there. And I thought Sean said, "Just go home." I started saying, "I am home." Just got home. Yeah. All right. But yeah, I told her, I mentioned about the port finished
About
angels,
what?
the port finished angels envy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And they Angels Envy also has the rye. They
Mhm.
have a really expensive rye actually.
Yeah.
But yeah. So those, but yeah, the recent trends. Um, a recent American whiskey market report from Cognitive Market Research highlights experimental aging and barrel finishes as a key trend driving the market in 2025. Wine and spirits retailers are reporting high demand for these specialized bottles. According to Blackwell's Wine and Spirits, we've seen a growing demand for these flavorful barrel finished gems in 2025. Major and smaller distillers alike are consistently releasing sherry finished products, including the barrel bourbon PX and Okalores, Oloroso, finished 4 grain, and others. An increase in the quality of sherry cask being purchased for the whiskey industry has also been noted, reflecting the high value distillers place on this finishing process. So that's phase one. And
Yeah.
after that, that's the general information. And after that, I'm going to talk about. We can get into it here in a little bit, and I'll bring up like I did last week. Share my screen, bring up different bourbons, do a little search for them,
Okay.
and we'll talk about bourbons that have been released over the past. Well, bourbons and American whiskeys released over the past couple of years, notably from 2024 and earlier this year. Got a bunch of those, and then I've got upcoming releases if we have time to get to it. But I'm not going to be in any rush to get there.
Just poured this one.
Yep, Sagamore Spirit.
More spirit. This is their the PX sherry finished one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say it just said sherry finished rye, but it's PX. Yeah.
Yeah, it's PX sherry barrels. It's a blend of straight rye whiskeys finished in PX sherry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how long. Let's see. It's a 4-year-old straight rye whiskey that's been an additional 18 months and a 132-gallon PX sherry barrel.
Okay.
So that's a big old barrel.
Yeah. Well, and a lot of those big sherry barrels they import from Europe and stuff, and they're huge, man. They're way bigger than a regular bourbon barrel. When I was walking around doing some of these back door tours, with some of these distillers, they would take me to these back rooms and show me, and they had bourbon barrels sitting there, but they had all these sherry casks lined up, and God, they were black on the outside because they're so old.
Yeah.
And you could just look at them and see how old they were.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he's like that's our finishing barrels. Yeah.
They've got to look pretty huge too. I mean,
Oh
if you
man,
look at it like a regular barrel is 53 gallons. So 2 of them be 106, and then that barrel that they finished this Sagamore in was 132.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 and a smidge.
Oh man, yeah. A regular bourbon barrel, you can step straddle of it,
Mm-hmm.
But that one of those big old sherry casks, you have to jump up on it like a mechanical bull, and your feet don't touch the ground.
And it's got some color to it, that's for
sure.
Oh
yeah, mm-hmm.
That PX.
Well, and the good thing about those sherry casks like that is they can use them more than once. They now every time you use it, you're diluting the impact of the barrel, but you can also age almost 3 bourbon barrels in one big sherry cask.
Oh, that's quite tasty.
Mm-hmm. And that's part of the deal.
And the rye comes through too.
Now, like I said, I'm sipping on this Burning Cherry. Now, I have the bottle back when they were black. They're clear now, but they look the same. The label and all looks the same. It's just they're clear. And I'd rather have the clear. I actually have a clear one that hadn't been opened as a backup to this because I can't see how much I have left.
I know. I've got a couple of bottles that are like that.
And then I can feel it keep moving, so I know there's some in there, but
yeah, it's tough that you can't tell. What have I got? Well, that Port Charlotte bottle and the Bunahab is pretty dark, and then of course the Octomore, that's just black. You can't see nothing on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cheers, John Krantz, brother.
Yeah, at least and New Riff is black, but then they clear it at the bottom. It fades.
Oh yeah, it fades out. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it's powder coated at the top's what it is,
Yeah.
But yeah, they do that and get the label on there, all that shit. But yeah, it fades down. I like that because once I break down halfway, I can see where I am in there.
Distillery I did a pick at had a cognac cask. It was 159 gallon. Wow, that's a huge barrel.
big ass barrels.
Yeesh.
Yeah, that's some of those big old barrels they would put. That's the old school shit. They're making them barrels over there for them wine casks and stuff like that because
Yeah.
they would put them in the caves to
Hmm.
age 'em. Yeah, mule and wagon.
Yeah. I feel sorry for the mule packing that thing around.
Oh, I know.
My goodness. Yeah, it's you can probably figure it out. I'm not sure how much difference does whiskey weigh versus water. I mean, considering
I
it's,
don't. I wouldn't think there's much of a difference,
I wouldn't think it'd be much difference either. Maybe it's slightly lighter.
man. If it is, it's probably undetectable by humans. I mean, you'd probably
Yeah.
have to put it on a gram scale or something to see. It could be lighter, but yeah,
I don't know. Trying to think of what that would weigh out.
heavy.
Yeah.
Now I watched the documentary film one time, and these guys were they would talk about the methods that they used back in the day. Before we had forklifts and all that type of stuff, and they had pulley systems, and they tried to build and recreate an old distillery,
Hmm.
and they had the ropes and they hoist the barrel up and then put the wagon under it and hoist it down, and they had the little wood frame, for the barrel
Yeah.
to hold it. And they said back then their version of a rick house was pretty much just a big barn, and they would just pull those wagons in there and just leave them. So they would
Oh.
build a wagon for so many barrels,
Oh wow. Okay.
and once they got it full, they just put it in there, and they would take the yoke part off the front of the wagon,
Yeah.
and they had a peg, through there, with a
Yep. Pivot
like
point.
another peg to hold it, and they would just pull that off and put it on a different wagon, and then
Okay.
use that hooked to the horse or mule or whatever to back those things around.
Dang.
And that way they could pack them in like dominoes.
Yeah. There you go. Hey John, I just did a quick math on your 159 gallons and figured it at water weight. It's a little over 1,200, like 1,270 pounds.
Dang, yeah, it is heavy. Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty hefty.
Well, now, back in the day, too, to get any kind of char on a barrel, I think they just set them on fire
Yeah.
and let them burn a while. Nowadays, we got the big blow torches. Whether it's a static or handheld or whatever,
Yeah.
and they blow up in there for so many seconds and then roll them down and put them out. Get
Yep.
that number 1, 2, 3, 4 char.
I wonder how they're they got like big walk-in ovens that they're doing the toasted stuff.
Yeah, the one when I was talking to them at Rabbit Hole, they have it's like an oven, but they turn the barrel upside down, and the barrel creates the seal, and then
Hmm.
the oven bakes it from the bottom.
Oh, okay. So it's like a big heating element or something stuck in the bottom.
Yeah, and it's not blowing. Instead of blowing fire, it's just putting
Just
hot
heat.
heat,
Okay.
and it's circulating in there. They have a fan, like a convection oven thing.
Here we go. Thank you, Orlando. According to Google, a gallon of whiskey is 7.3 pounds, and in water is 8.3. So due to the alcohol being a little bit
Yeah,
lighter.
a little bit lighter. Okay.
Okay. So the 1,200 is closer to 1,000.
Yeah, yeah, because almost 1 pound lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ethanol's a little lighter, I guess.
Water is 8.34 per gallon, which is 6.6 to 6.8 pounds per gallon, depending on ABV. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that would
Hazmat
make
weighs
sense.
less then.
Yeah, okay. Alcohol weighs less, so yeah, and then you have to know like that makes perfect sense according to the ABV. If I barrel whiskey at say 100 proof,
Mhm.
instead of 125 proof, it's going to be heavier.
Yeah. Hey there, Guani. Cheers. And Hanging AZ, good to see you, sir. Josh Fritz, he's in here somewhere. There he is. Yes, he just read his comment.
Now, I don't have the exact date on this,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to go ahead and let's talk about this first one. It's Barrel. Now, you know Barrel. They're the kings of blends and finishes and
Mm-hmm.
all that. Barrel Bourbon PX Sherry Cask Finish, released in 2005, so earlier this year. It's a limited release blend of straight bourbons from Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee, finished in Pedro Jimenez PX Sherry casks. According
Okay.
to the Whiskey Wash, this mash bill is 80% corn, 16% rye, and 4% malted barley. And I think according to their site, it is too. So they actually got that off their site. I didn't really need that information because it says it right on what I'm about to share. So I know everybody knows what barrel bourbons look like, but this is what it looks like. And I looked up the buy now; it's $84.99 off their site.
Okay.
Now you know
80%
barrel's
corn.
going to
Wow, that's gonna be
be
a sweet one.
expensive.
Yeah.
So especially their limited releases and stuff. I'm surprised it's under 100 actually. Because in the heyday when Seagrass was first out, hell, some of those bottles were going. I saw some of them for $145.
I didn't pay that for mine.
No, I wouldn't have at all. But
That's what I just poured.
yeah, now you can get it cheaper. Yeah, yeah. Wait and see. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Rye finished in Martinique rum, Madeira, and apricot brandy barrels. Now, Madeira is a wine, isn't it?
Yes, I believe that is correct.
Hey, Jerry J. Good to see you, sir. Cheers. Well, thank you there, Guani. Oops, missed it. There we go. He came, he smashed the like button and shared. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Hey
All
there,
right,
Mr.
that's a good
J.
picture.
Oh, and the barrel is completely different than the last two PX finished ones I had. Kind of get some of that apricot on the nose and some rum.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to bring up earlier that Oloroso sherry has more of the sweet pecan. That's the nuttiness you kind of get off the Oloroso. I can't remember on the PX.
I get a little bit more of like an almond on the Oloroso.
Yeah, that makes sense. Almond's kind of mild flavor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just mild.
Yeah, pecan's
It's
more
sweet.
in your face. Yeah.
Yeah. It's sweet, but it's not. PX I find to be sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like one of my favorite was Redbreast. Their Redbreast, the PX finished one. I really like that one, but they kept marking that thing up. They just priced it out of my price range.
Mississippi for some reason, huh? Yeah.
I got you,
I
Ben.
think
Cheers, brother.
I think barrel by and large is way overrated.
Mm-hmm.
And if somebody says my favorite whiskey is barrel, I say which one?
Yeah.
Because barrel can release stuff that's so, and every once in a while they release something that's a big fucking hit, and it's just you got to swing and strike out here and there buying all the barrel stuff.
Yeah.
You're going to get some whiffs.
They're pricey too.
And that's the thing, and that's what I was saying about Booker's, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, so
they have 4 freaking releases a year. They come out with 4 of them, and they're all around $90 freaking dollars. And I used to get them for 65. Now for 65, I would take a chance, and I bought all 4 of them. And then they kept going up and up and up in price. And I was like, well, shit, I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to wait and see, you know?
Yeah.
So they could have sold 4 bottles. And even if they had capped it at like $70, if they had capped it at 70, but it's just something about that 75, 80, 85 price. That's where I go, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. Yeah.
Like for hanging easy here is, for 80, expect something exceptional.
Exceptional.
And
yeah.
I can kind of see that,
Yeah, no, I was just saying, Richie J, that's when I stopped buying it back.
Yeah, I'm not buying
it. When they topped like 75, $80, I said, nah, you can keep that shit.
The Loch Lomond single cask Rosa.
Yep.
Touch coffee.
Nice. Yeah, Barrel buys Dickel and the MGP stuff. And then I forget who it is. They say Kentucky, Indiana, and Tennessee. And it's what's that one in Kentucky they buy
Bardstown?
from? Yeah, that's it. Bardstown. Yeah.
The Seagrass is a blend of American and Canadian rye whiskeys.
Mm-hmm. That's the Seagrass, but I'm talking about their regular bourbons.
Oh yeah, the regular stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Let's see, Barrel Crash Spirits of Louisville. It doesn't say anything else about it other than that American and Canadian, but it doesn't give a designation on which ones and where they're sourced or anything else. Which is, oh wait a minute, distilled in Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, and Canada.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
So,
they're getting rise from
getting rise from Canada.
Yeah, and Barrel doesn't distill a damn thing.
Nah, I don't think so. I think they're strictly a or NDP distillery blending house.
Yep, they produce.
Yeah, which I mean, comparing to Scotch, there's some really good blends, and then some of the non-producers over there, they're getting stuff from different places, and then putting it in their own bottles. They still give credit to where they got it from and stuff like that. Well, most of them do. And it's some good stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking the blends at all.
No, I'm not either. It's just, it depends on, like, they're always buying the same damn stuff all the time, from the same places. And, I think in order to have a really successful, they're fucking successful, I'll tell you that. And one of their biggest fans,
Peter White.
One of their biggest fans is that guy from Shark Tank. That little guy on Shark Tank, Robert somebody, Herzovic or whatever his name is. He's a fan of Barrel bourbon, and he's helped promote it in certain circles, And if Robert Herzovic or whatever his name is likes it, then that's what I'll buy, So
nah.
But like I said, though, it's life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I mean, with them, it's like you keep getting. Now they have their staple stuff that they put out, but they're always changing things and they're always coming out with new stuff.
The Seagrass it's not bad.
No, I thought Seagrass was a good solid pour when it came out. Yeah,
it's interesting.
All right, well, let's bring up
the sherry we're drinking on, but
now I will say, guys, I know we were talking about finish, but I am putting like all of this stuff is sherry finished that I'm talking about, because sherry. So finished American whiskeys are on the rise, and at the largest percent of that is sherry cask. That's the new fad now. So get used to it. So these are all sherry finished.
Did they make a designation between just American whiskeys and American single malt finished in sherry, or just
no? I didn't.
Whiskey in general.
I said bourbon and other American whiskeys.
Okay.
When I was doing my searches, I was searching for bourbon or other American whiskeys.
Gotcha.
So I didn't make I mean, hell, if I go down into detail, I would have 50 pages here in my hand. But that's why I had to pick something to go with. And since sherry was the number one new trend, well,
Yeah.
not new, but it's starting to spread pretty widely. The next one on here is a Wenzel straight bourbon whiskey finished in sherry cask, named the world's best finished bourbon, whatever, World Whiskey
When's
Award.
hell? I've never heard of them.
Me either. This sherry cask finished bourbon gained significant attention in early 2025. So I'm going to bring up a picture of it.
All right. Let me see what this thing looks like. I'd never even
And
heard of them. Wenzel?
that's what the bottle looks like.
Huh. Wenzel Distillery.
And it does say distillery on there.
Yeah.
So now under this picture is the World Whiskey Awards page.
Sure.
It's 109 proof, right where I want it to be. It looks dark in the picture, but you can't tell.
Now, it does look like it's got some sherry finish to it. The color wise.
It says 7-year whiskey blends. Oh no, 7-year whiskey blends rich sherry influences. So it's not it's a 7-year bourbon. So it is straight bourbon and it's 7 years and then finished in sherry cask. I'm not seeing what kind of sherry.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not specifying.
Yeah. Yeah, John, I saw that. I talked about that earlier just a little bit. And Dickel too. Which I don't care.
Oh yeah, the Diageo.
It's been some Dickel for a while. That's fine. I don't buy that stuff anyway. So.
They're only shutting it down temporarily.
Yeah, they're stopping producing as much stuff. They're still working behind the scenes and doing other stuff.
Well, in order to purchase a major distillery, at some point you have to either slow down, because I know at one point we backed off. We never stopped selling insurance policies, but when we were about to be bought, we had to slow down on some stuff because otherwise it's a moving target you can never get your hands on.
Yeah.
But Diageo has a history though of they don't buy. That's not where things go to die.
Mm-hmm.
They usually just, if they're doing well, they just let them cook,
Yeah, they're out to make money. So,
But they also get a lot more backing for marketing.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a little better market distribution and market share.
Yeah, distro and market, saturation. That's where Diageo can come in. But I don't know though with Balcones. That's not
I'm just real surprised that Jared sold out.
Well, but Balcones is also not a. Okay, put it to you this way: some people like gamey meat, but most people don't. They just want chicken they want everything to taste like chicken.
Yeah,
and a lot of times, in order to get a big, massive distribution, you have to have a product that's chicken nugget.
Yeah,
that everyone's going to like it, right?
Yeah,
or the majority, so you can really distribute. Balcones is more of a niche, strong flavored, full body, thing. I don't know. Maybe Diageo will talk them into putting out a weaker one thing, that can.
Yeah, possibly, but it's Balcones definitely has their own funk.
Yeah,
like say some of the Isla stuff. How it's got like Lafroig has its certain. It's Lafroig. You freaking know it's Lafroig. Typically, and but Balcones still has that kind of a note to it, and I could taste some of the Balcones stuff blind and go, oh wow, that tastes like a Balcones, and I think they like that as far as the people that are actually there producing the stuff. They like having that little funk to it. I'm not sure what it was from, if it's from the fermentation or the where they're storing the barrels at or what. But
Yeah, temp
they
time
got
and
that.
temp, yeast selection.
Yeah,
Um,
there's something there that's a little odd compared to a lot of other distilleries. Yeah, the baby blue didn't go over too well. I didn't much care for that one. I like their single malt stuff more better than most. And then they had that that one with the turbinado sugar and mission fig, that spirit there. It's not really, it's a whiskey, but just kind of odd. That one was really good. Everybody, cheers, brother. Just, just got in from a pick with Top Dog. Oh,
all
nice.
right.
Yeah, about time to eat and drink some water. I mean, but I got a couple different balcones back over there that are odd. Although I have one, I mean, I got a peated version of balcones that most people will be like, "Whoa, what the hell?"
Yeah.
You know. But
Is
there's
it
one
actually
over there,
heated?
the Tres Hombres, that they did as a collaboration with ZZ Top when all
Yeah.
three of them were still around, and that's a really good bourbon. It's really tasty.
So on the balcones, did they buy their peated barley malted barley?
Yeah, it's a Golden Promise from Scotland, I believe.
Okay, yeah, because there's three ways you can do that, and the most common is to buy already smoked
Already
peated
peated, yes.
malted barley because the malting process is done, so it's dead now. You can
Yep.
you can ship it. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. They malted it, dried it with peat, and then boxed it up and shipped it over here.
yep,
And they have two or three different ones, or probably maybe more than that, that use that same malted, barley.
yeah.
The Caledonian one, I've got that one, and it's, I think it was their 15-year anniversary one that they put that out. But that's a blend of a bunch of different ones.
Yeah, I was at one distillery. I can't remember exactly which one it was, and they had a lightly peated American whiskey,
Uh-huh.
and well, it was a single malt. But the problem is they called it a single malt, but it really wasn't because it had two different types of malted barley in it.
Oh,
So they what they did was they sourced barley locally
yeah.
in the states, and then they malted that barley,
Oh,
got it to sprout, but then they kiln stopped, like
oh,
no
kiln
peat,
dried it.
no smoke, and
Yeah.
they would put it in these big plastic things, like like we have like a super saver sealer thing,
Yeah.
at home. They got an industrial size fucker, right? And they would fill that thing full of dried, malted barley, and then hook it up, and it would suck all the air out. And it was like half as big as a bale of hay, and hardly weighed anything. Like you could toss
Yeah.
it around. I mean, it was heavy, but not
Yeah.
it. But then they would put. I think he said the thing was like three of those and one peated one from Scotland.
Oh, okay.
So what they did was when they got them from Scotland, they were seal packed like that,
Mm-hmm.
and so they matched it so they could always, like the guys doing the
Yeah.
mash and everything, would just say three of these, one of these, boom.
There you go. Yeah, Orlando. This is one I like about Conus. They're single malt. I mean, look at the color on that sucker, and
That's
it's
dark.
fairly young and high proof. And then this one uh, is really quite tasty. It's a rumble, and it's
Mhm.
this is the cask reserve single barrel, a Texas wildflower honey, turbinado sugar, and mission fig spirit. That's what they
Cheers,
call it.
James Morgan.
So it's odd. It's different. It's really tasty. Other than that, about Andalusia is doing really good peated stuff. But we're talking sherry. So
That's all right. We can talk about whatever. We can talk about any old stuff. Uh,
sure,
I
James
just had
Morgan.
to have a topic, and I just thought it was interesting. And I think over the next the rest of 2025 and even in 2026, I think we're going to start seeing a rise, especially in sherry,
Yeah.
cast finished stuff.
Well,
So.
I think sherry, and also I think just a lot of other, especially different wine cask stuff,
Oh
things
yeah,
like that.
absolutely. Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
lot of
because
wine cask here in the U.S. I mean, you got California, you got here in Texas. They're making gobs of wine.
yeah,
This is
man, and
the still Austin Madeira finished.
yeah,
I mean,
there
look
you
at the
go.
color on that puppy.
Damn,
You
that is
know,
dork.
and this is it's a rye. Comes in at 107 proof, 107.6, and it's look, you know, it's good. You get the rye note, but then you also get a little sweetness and fruit on the background. It's quite good. Too bad that it's not produced all the time. You know, they have it once a year maybe, or they did once. I haven't seen it yet. Yes, sir, Katie and Dickel. Which nobody's missing them not making any whiskey for 6 months or so. Hmm. Man, I need to get whenever they put out another bottle of that Madeira finished one, and then that one up on the end there, the ruby red port one. That one really surprised me because I was expecting, ruby red port. It's going to be pretty sweet and stuff, but
Mhm.
blended with the rye, uh, it it really tamped down a lot of that sweetness and
Oh
made it
yeah,
just really nice.
that's why I think I honestly think I'd like to see American single malts grow, but with the new stuff they're doing, trying to grow rye further south and working with these universities like these agri schools, trying to really figure out how to grow good rye, in warmer environment because rye likes it cold. Rye
Yeah.
likes it cold, and but I'd like to see more different variations of rye come out and different finishes, with those ryes. But we got another one here.
Okay.
So oak lore.
Never heard of that.
It's Oloroso sherry finished 4 grain bourbon. It's a limited edition expression launched in September. So this month of
Hmm.
2025, the North Carolina distillery, which I didn't even know that, finished a blend of its 4 grain bourbon in Spanish Oloroso sherry casks. So let
Okay.
me bring that up.
All right. Let's see what that thing looks like.
It looks like this, and I'm trying to,
Oak lore.
yeah, oak lore.
Hmm.
Right here in North Carolina. I'll have to look it up because I can go visit this distillery.
Yeah.
Age 6 years,
Wow. That's pretty good.
medium dry sherry finish. Yeah, it's 47.5, so not quite. It's 95 proof. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's other offerings from them right there. They have a 92 proof bourbon. That's their 4 grain bourbon here before it's finished over here.
Oh, I got you.
Right. And you know what?
There's
Four
some weed
grain.
in there.
Well, 4 grain typically means it's corn, wheat, rye, and malted
And
barley.
barley. Gotcha. Yeah.
And then they have a straight rye.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So that's them right there. And but this is let me go to buy now and we'll see how much it costs.
All right.
Uh whoa, it's $100.
Goodness.
Bam.
Well, you got to pay for that barrel
Yeah.
and the time. How long did it say how long it was finished in the Oloroso
It did
barrel?
not. It just said it was a 6 year whiskey.
Okay.
I wanted to see how much this 4 grain bourbon costs though, just while we're here.
Okay. Compared to the $100
It's
Oloroso.
$100.
No, that's the Oloroso.
Oh no, wait. God damn it. Hang on. My bad. My bad. 4 grain. This just says 4 grain bourbon whiskey. I hit buy now right there.
Yeah.
Huh.
It didn't come up.
No, it didn't. Is this one going to do it? No. See, it's stuck. It's stuck. All right, let me do this then. I'll go back up here to spirits and refresh this page. And then go to the bourbon and see if this works.
The 4 grain. There you go. Okay, you just got a
Nope,
page.
that's still Oloroso Sherry. Wait, maybe it's all of them.
Yeah, maybe it's
there
all
they
of them.
are. I just
There you
didn't
go.
scroll down enough. So the buy now link just takes you to a regular buy now.
Yeah.
But that's still $70 freaking dollars.
Yeah, 70. Straight rye is 80.
80 and then 100 for the
And then 100 for the story series.
yeah, that's that
Limited edition. Yeah.
port cast finished. Yeah.
Okay.
What is this? Legacy collection. Well, I guess you get all three.
Looks
for
like
$249.85.
Wow.
They proud of their stuff.
I reckon.
Let's see where they are. I got to know now. They are in Matthews, North Carolina.
Never heard of it.
All right. Y'all get to watch me work here.
Matthews, North Carolina.
Look at there. Matthews, North Carolina. Now, show me how far I am from that. Yes, my location, dummy.
What the hell? He wants to know from Austin, Texas, how far away are they?
Well, I said my location, dummy. Home. There. God damn. Oh, that's not bad. It says Charlotte. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half.
Yeah. South of Charlotte.
Yeah. Only I would go on my motorcycle, so I always hit avoid highways. So 2 hours to get there. That's still not bad. That's a good day ride, to go.
That one looks like it's got some curves in it too.
Oh yeah, that's why I select avoid. You know what? The most boringest thing in the world is just driving down interstate.
Oh yeah.
I don't care if I have to slow down to 45 through little towns and stuff because I have to stop and get gas anyway, and I have to let my cheeks get blood flow in them. the bottom cheeks. But I do have my honorary badge of honor now, though. I did over 1,000 miles in 24 hours twice. So I've got my iron ass badge now.
Oh, there you go.
On the bike.
I
just had never ridden that far before, at one time.
Yeah.
But back in the day, I had sport bike. Well, I grew up riding dirt bikes and then mini bikes and then but I had a sport bike, and you can't do 1,000 miles in a day on a sport bike. Your lower back would kill you on that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I need something with some back support where I can lean back and be cruising.
Well, and that was cool when I did the trip. I have a bag. It's got these little saddle bags on each side of it, but they're not. It's just all solid bag. It straps across the passenger pillion seat.
I got you.
And then I had a backpack on because my laptop wouldn't fit anywhere on my bike. So I had to put my big laptop in that bag. And I would get on the bike and I would have the straps a little loose, around here. And it would sit kind of on that bag, but kind of wedge in there behind me. And I could lean back on that.
Perfect. Heck yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Now I did have a lot of straight stretch. I went that, but yeah, no, that's at Charlotte. I may go visit that distillery, but I'm gonna wait. I mean, I've got to pay just over $200 when I go pick my motorcycle up because the chain on that bike's $160. Yeah,
What? For a stupid chain?
yeah, because they're internally greased and all.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there, done that. But that 1,000 miles, on there. And I did you have to count the whole 24 hours, but yeah, I did 1,000 but in the 24-hour range with getting, 6, 7 hours of sleep or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a lot of miles.
Yeah. That's a lot of miles in a car, much less on a bike.
Well, and I was going, I'd get on. I had a lot of even when you hit avoid highways, you're on the divided highways that are like 65 miles per
Hmm.
hour, and of course I'm going 73. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
and I'm pretty much cooking down through there on those.
Yep. Typically go 5 to 10.
Yeah, and I had a GSXR. I was a Gixxer boy back in the day. That was a long time ago.
Shoot. My last bike was a Yamaha Virago.
Oh, I had a Yamaha Virago. Loved it.
Yeah.
And then I started hanging out with these guys that rode sport bikes, and they could just haul off and leave me like I was sitting still. But I loved that Virago. Trust
That's
me,
a good,
man.
comfortable bike.
Good, comfortable. Now, it was, what was it, 300, 350 cc's?
Mine was 1,000 or
Oh,
12.
you had the big one. I had the
Yeah.
little one, which it's fine. It'll get up to highway speed and hold it. But,
Yeah.
you know, it was mostly just for getting back. I was in college at the time.
Ah, okay.
I couldn't afford no big old 1100.
I
But
got
now,
it.
what's the new Yamaha now? The V Star. Well, they have that one, and they have no Kawasaki's a V Star, isn't it, or is it Yamaha? Hell, I
Not
can't remember. But they've got a new Yamaha Cruiser out now. I can't remember what it is, but they don't even do the Virago anymore.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah. It
that
was
Virago did
80s or
not.
90s.
That Virago used the motor as part of the frame.
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I owned it, and somebody's like, "Oh man, I hate those bikes. I don't trust them." And I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "There's no front frame on it. There's no
Hmm.
tubes coming under, And I got to looking, and they were right. My motor was just hanging out there. It was bolted up here and bolted back here, and that was it. But if you think about it, what's stronger, a hollow metal tube or a solid engine block?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
but
you
the
got a
engine
lot of
block's
vibration.
aluminum, so you know
Yeah.
it's not that stout. They're pretty stout, but
Yeah, it depends on how they hooked it in. But yeah, and it had so itsy bitsy tiny one.
possibly
Yeah, it sure did.
he had the baby Virago.
Hmm. That river baby one. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had Yamaha and Hondas. That's all. I've never had a Kawasaki or nothing.
All right, let me look this next one up.
All right then.
Well, I'm not going to bring it up yet. Just talk.
My motor was just hanging out. Well, at least it was always hanging out, John. It's okay.
Yeah. Cedar
Can't have
Ridge.
everything flapping in the breeze.
Well, there it is right there. It's still on their page. So,
Man, I need to make a run to my local Specs and get me some more cigars and look for a couple different bottles.
okay, this next one's from
Yes,
Iowa.
Iowa.
Iowa. It's Cedar Ridge
Okay,
Amontillado Sherry Finished Bourbon.
Montiano. Okay.
So, it looks like I don't want to stay in touch with you. Thank you. Okay, so let me read what I got here. It's a 2024 release. Cedar Ridge's limited release from 2024 features their Iowa bourbon, which was aged in new American oak, well, of course, and then finished in a first fill Amontillado sherry butt from Spain. And that's what it says right there.
All right.
Only they say Jerez, Spain. Bottled at 150. I like the 115 proof. Now, even on their site though, I don't see a buy now button.
Hmm.
You know, it's not giving me a way to check the price. But if I kind of jump back here and go shopping, this is normally what I do.
Sugar Kitty says that Amontillado is nutty bugger.
Nutty bugger.
Well, and then James says it's quite a funky influence with the Amontillado.
Yeah, I don't see the finished one here. I see their regular, but they're not expensive. It looks like, from what I'm seeing on this.
That's the regular stuff.
Yeah, I don't see the actual sherry finished one though.
Okay.
So anyway, oops, stop sharing. Y'all don't need to see all that. So that was a kind of a bust.
Mr. Mom says I saw a Cedar Ridge port finish at 92 proof for $60.
Okay. Well,
That's
if
not
the
bad.
regular stuff is 35, 30, $40, I would expect to pay 55, 60, So.
Okay. Let's see. What was this? The Glenketchee Distillers Edition is an Amontillado. Oh, okay. And James says he would call it like a balsamic walnut. Huh. That is a bit funky. John likes the Bottle and Bond bourbon from Cedar Ridge. I've never tried any Cedar Ridge yet that I know of. I mean, look, I may have a sample, but who knows?
All right. Well, I have the price on this next one.
Okay.
But I also have the whole mash bill and everything. Huh. I haven't seen this one either. Let me see. Where is this from? Let me try to get some. Oh, it doesn't say on here. All right, before
the quintessential single malt. Of course I do, John.
I hate when they don't just tell you where they are.
Yeah. Or Cedar Ridge you're just looking for?
Oh, West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, now I know.
$49. Wow. That's a good deal there, Mr. Mom. 114 proof for $49. Heck yeah.
All right. So this next one is from, we found out, West Virginia, because I looked up the distillery and it showed me where it was. So this one is Swilled Dog. Okay. Swilled Dog Sherry Cask Finished Bourbon, as part of its innovation series, Swilled Dog released a Sherry Cask Finished Bourbon that spent 9 additional months in Oloroso Sherry Cask. So there you go. And you can see it, corn, rye, so no wheat at all in this. It's a high rye bourbon. So corn, well, it's 75% corn, but still anything over about 20% rye. Especially if rye is the primary secondary grain. That was a redundancy. The the secondary grain is rye, and it's at over 20%. They usually call it a high rye bourbon, but anyway. But then it is $82.99.
$82, $83,
83
163.
bucks from the distillery. Of course, you got to pay for shipping there.
Wow. Makes me question, what is a swilled dog?
I do not know what a swilled dog is.
Sean says it's also his ex-wife.
Uh-huh. What is a swilled dog? Here we go. What's
A
a
dog
swilled
that's
dog?
it's
A
drunk.
swilled dog is a brand of West Virginia based craft beverages. There you go. That's what it is. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they got a picture of a dog on there, and if he's swilled,
Yep.
I'm like,
All
okay.
right. He's pretty swilled. Looked pretty swilled to me. I don't know.
That's close to swell.
Yeah.
He's a swell dog.
Yeah. Can something be swill?
Yeah, swill. Back in Kentucky, swill is like something you feed the hogs. It's
Yeah.
not very good.
Kind of sour and nasty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of gone bad.
Yeah,
So
maybe that's it. Maybe all their whiskey has a rotten funk to it.
maybe it's got that weird, nasty, moldy
It
funk.
could be a term somewhere in the States for like a wet. Remember, like, man, you stink like a wet dog.
Yeah, that sounds like tails.
Yeah.
If you ever smell it, if you go to a distillery and they're down to the tails in the distilling run or a stripping run or whatever, that's what it smells like. It smells like wet dog, kind of like newspaper, like wet newspaper.
A swill is cheap beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get a full bred sheepdog. I got a swilled one. Got the cheap version.
Mm-hmm.
See, I like bringing up. I like doing this instead of doing the slides because I can interact with the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention all these first ones up here were bourbons. So we started with these are all bourbons, and then after this we'll get into the American whiskeys.
Okay.
Boy, I'm loving these sites, man. All they're asking me, every one of them said, "Are you over 21? Yes or no?" And I hit yes. And only one other site asked me, but it only asked me for the year and let me type it in. I didn't have to scroll all the way down.
Yeah, we're getting to over all that scrolling stuff. I mean, scroll.
Well, and like I
scroll.
know,
Oh, there it
Ben
is.
pointed out, you don't have to tell them the truth, but
Yeah, you don't.
whatever.
Yeah, you can say whatever. All right, I'm going with another Oloroso Sherry finished one. Kentucky Straight Bourbon whiskey finished in Spanish Oloroso Sherry and dark rum cask, aged 7 years, 6 months. Foregate, Andalusia Key. And I got this one. This was 116.4 proof. And I got this at one of my local places for like $60, $59
Mm-hmm.
for a Foregate, which is like crazy.
Whoa, these are expensive.
And most of the Foregate stuff that I've come across is around $200 to $250.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, and it smells nice.
Ain't nobody gonna want this.
Like a good bourbon.
Well, it's a good thing nobody's gonna want this because they're sold out. So.
Okay. Oh, wow. I'm about to share this with a few people, that's for sure. It's got some good color to it as well. I think John Kranz would like this one. Yep,
Ah,
yep, he would like that one.
now I know why they're so fucking expensive.
Why is that?
They're not a distillery.
Oh,
They get all their shit from Bardstown.
oh, they're an NDP.
Well, fuck them because they're charging $180 freaking dollars, and this is a cheap one.
Oh, heck no.
So I'm going to go ahead and cover them and get it out of the way. So they procure everything. They do everything at Bardstown. This is 15 stars, sherry cash finish bourbon, released in late 2023. This award-winning blend of Kentucky and Indiana straight
Uh-huh.
MGP straight
And an
bourbon was
NDP.
finished in sherry cask. Sealbox lists the blend as including 10, 13, and 18-year-old bourbons. So I guess their claim to fame is really old age stuff.
Old aged MGP.
You're
It's been
right.
finished
And
in an old.
Bardstown.
Yeah.
Yeah. All it said was they finished. It said they barreled all their shit at Bardstown, but anyway, that's 180 freaking dollars.
Jeez.
And that's the sherry cask finish one. Now, let me go
15
back
stars.
and show you they have a one that's called Three Ports right here. That's 180. Well, okay, that's the cheapest one, I think. But look at
Jeez.
this one. 280 bucks, 13
Uh,
year.
no. 15 stars. I
Oh,
don't care
here's
how
a
many
cheap
stars you
one.
think it is.
Hey, you want to save a buck? Get their little fine aged rye here for $90. You cheap bastard.
No. I don't care how many awards they got with it.
No, hell no, because that's pay to play on the most of those awards.
Oh, yeah. 15 stars. Peh. Probably
Yeah.
3 at the most.
My thing is, it's like it's like barrel. That's why I have a hard time with barrel. I don't have anything against somebody if you know what you're doing, going around and finding barrels and doing, and putting stuff together and blending things and doing that.
Thank
But
you.
gosh, you got to be careful about what you charge because you're not even distilling anything.
Yeah, you're not distilling it. You're just finishing it. What do
Mm-hmm.
you think? Your barrel spirits or something? Come on. Or worse, that Foregate. You think you're Foregate now? Because they're not a distiller.
Yeah, I don't
They're
know.
just finishing stuff.
I have a problem with them, boutique shit that doesn't do their own distillation.
Yeah.
And it's the same crap. You're getting the same shit everybody else gets when they buy this stuff, and you're just trying to do something unique with it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're wanting to charge $100 more than anyone else's.
Yep. Well, some people think that the more expensive it is, the better it is, and they're wrong. 90% of the time.
Oh yeah. Well, now we're about to get
There
into.
are a few exceptions, to the rule, as there are with everything.
Yeah, we're about to get into American whiskeys, not bourbons.
Okay. Whoop it on me.
So we ended on a bad note there with 15 punches to your wallet.
Well, yeah, kind of, James. Hurricane is. They're doing some pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I
But
mean, but
they're
it's got
not
to be
charging out the butt for it, though.
proportionate of what you're bringing
Let's
to the
keep
game. But even barrel bourbon doesn't charge. Well, they do for some things, but not,
certain ones.
Yeah.
Well, they're most of their stuff is still priced a little high. Probably, I'd say at least 20 to 30 bucks higher than it should be. But to each their own. If you got a taste for that, hey, go for it. A lot of the bourbons, they're just pricing me out of it, and I'm going to Scotches and Irish because you get more flavor at a lower proof. And I'm like, hey, I'm fine with that.
least
I
they
mean,
let me
granted,
type it in.
a lot of the different scotches, there's some high proof scotch out there. People don't really realize.
All right, let me find the one I'm looking for.
Whiskey.
Wow, this place makes a lot of single malts.
Single malt is one of the biggest ones growing here in the U.S. now.
Yeah. No thanks. I don't want to sign up for your freaking.
There, there's a lot of folks, a lot of distilleries that are putting out American single malts.
I can already tell you this place is in Colorado.
Okay.
Colorado bourbon whiskey, Cafe Colorado coffee liqueur, Rocky Mountain vodka. So we can pretty much tell you
Okay.
where. They may not have it out right now. Cask strength, that's single malt, single malt. Now it may be this one. What's KBS barrels?
JBS barrels. I'm not sure about that one.
This is the only finished one I can find. Let me read about it. Oh no, that's breakfast stout. Yeah, Kentucky
Oh, that's
breakfast
beer.
stout. That's beer. But I would like to try this one. Because
Like a
I
Goose
like.
Island.
Well, I like the one from Virginia, the Holland's Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah, finished in the ardent stout barrels.
Yeah.
Man, I love that. That's one of my favorite holiday. I only like drink a little of it around Christmas time.
I've got a
Now,
couple
this is
different
90 proof,
beer
the one
age.
I have up here. So let me read this. It was supposed to have been Spirit Hound Distillers Sherry Cask Finish American Single Malt Whiskey, this rare 2024 holiday season release from the Colorado Distillery, is an American single malt finished in Palo Cortado Sherry casks.
Okay.
So they don't have it listed on their website, but I just wanted to kind of share the screen so you'll see what their bottles look like. So this is the KBS finished one. But if I
Okay.
go back, you
Beer.
can see all of these are American single malts. And there's a
Okay.
honey, CO honey finished American single malt whiskey, bottled and bond. Oh, there's the sherry right there. God damn, I didn't see it.
Sure
Yeah,
can.
there it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sherry cask finished. Okay, and it's a bottled and bond too.
Okay. So 4 year, 100 proof.
Now, I don't know about the shop here. Shop spirits, maybe. Yeah, okay. It was a dark. Well, okay, that's not horrible price on those. Where did the sherry finish one go? Cask strength, KBS.
60 to 70.
Yeah, I mean it's not horrible.
40. Yeah,
It's
that's
fine.
not bad.
Okay, well now I'm really not seeing the sherry one because once you get down in these gins, they're not. They don't. Oh wait, maybe. Uh, no, they don't have it. They don't have the price on it, but you can imagine it's probably up here around the 70, 80. It's probably like,
Mm-hmm.
up in here
Yep.
type finish. Yeah. So anyway, whoops. Wrong
Oh,
stop sharing
15
button.
better than 18.
All right, mark that one off. Bam.
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get to
15 better than
everything
18.
tonight, but
Yeah, it's all right.
well, what I'm covering right now is shit that's supposed to be either out right now or was out.
Okay.
The last section I had was stuff that hasn't released yet. So y'all
Okay.
tell me what you want to see. You want to see shit that's available, or you want to see stuff that's upcoming?
Well, hmm.
I mean, I can tell you. Well, okay, let me read you I won't tell you everything about them, but Westward, New Riff, Old Line, and Woodford Reserve are the ones I had left on the stuff that's out now.
Okay.
And I sent you
Well,
that Woodford one, remember?
yep. Now, Westward, are they the ones filing for bankruptcy or something right now, or is that
Probably.
Westland? I
What?
get those two confused.
Let me
They
look.
confuse
Let
me.
me look up Westward. Uh, let's see, Westward.
I mean, what do I have? I have a Starward, but that's Australia.
No, Westward. Okay, that one's $100. I can tell you that already.
Okay.
It's $99.95.
Yeah, $100 plus tax. 108,
Here, I'll
107.
tell you what I'll do. I'll just share the screen right here. Look here. This is what Westward looks like if you're not familiar. That's the Oloroso Sherry. It's $100.
I've had that. Maybe not
Okay.
that bottle. Hang on. Um, nope, I have polished that bottle off. It is
They're
gone.
saying the final club release of 2024 for Westward whiskey. This American whiskey is finished for 2 years in French oak casks
Wow.
that previously aged Oloroso Sherry in Spain.
Wow. 2 years.
Yeah, two
That's
freaking years in there.
that's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
That's surprisingly long. Then again, where they're at, they're not going to get a whole lot of age
Oh,
impact on the barrel from the temperature that they're at.
well, John Krantz said Westward filed Chapter 11, but evidently
There you
their
go.
site's still up. They're still selling,
Well,
for
yeah, I mean they have to
yeah,
get rid of what they've got
yeah.
to help pay for the bankruptcy thing. But then, what they've got left is what they got left, and it ain't going to be no more, apparently.
Well, it could be. They could just be doing Chapter 11. I mean, they're. I don't know the provisions, in
Oh,
their
yeah,
bankruptcy agreement. I mean, think about it. There's companies that file bankruptcy and never go under. You
yeah.
know, like
Well, heck,
I know that. What was it? Not J.C. Penney, Sears and Roebuck went
uh-huh.
through. They went through years of filing bankruptcies, trying to stay pertinent, and they were trying to downsize things. And they finally got all the way down to the outlet stores and stuff. But Sears was so big that they could file bankruptcy on an arm of the company type thing. So that
Hmm.
may be a little different. But they eventually had to get rid of their tools, and they sold to Lowe's. The what was the tools? Fuck, I just going blank on the name. The one of the ones that would swap your tools for brand new tools.
Um,
The open
you,
end wrenches, boxed in wrenches,
yeah,
sockets, all that.
Craftsman.
Yeah, Craftsman. That's who. And now Craftsman tools, they ain't no better than any other thing now.
Nah, yeah, all the tools are going downhill.
Let me look
I'm a
here.
tool person. I love tools. The right tool for the job makes all the difference in the world.
God damn, Nat, die. Oh, he died. Yay, I killed the gnat. Yay. All right. So there's new riff malted rye sherry finish, old line PX sherry cast finish, and then the wood. Let me look up this Woodford Reserve one because I'm interested in these Woodford Reserve, the ones in the special releases on them.
Hey, William Hall. Cheers, sir. Good to see you. At least to see you in chat, anyway.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, it's a
Yes.
bourbon. It's a little too sweet for me. It's good. The rum does not come through on this one here. It's more of the sherry that comes through on this. Okay.
Let's see, where is
I may have to go with the Buna Haben here next.
boy?
Little
I
sherry
don't
finished.
know how to find it on their site. I think it was a master's collection, though. Well, there's a Madeira cast finish, but this one was
Scotia, American, single Pinot sherry. Okay. I have to go with that.
it's too hard to find on their site. The Woodford, they run you through fucking circles, and there's no like magnifying glass. Just search my site on
Yeah.
Woodford. They want you to look at fucking everything. So
Oh, of
fuck.
course.
So I have American under the upcoming that well, it may be out, but it if it is, it just fucking came out. But these I may not be able to find online, but the American single malt whiskey, American whiskey and single malts. There's Big Spring Spirits. Has the Pedro Jimenez Sherry Cask American whiskey upcoming. Expected this month though. So, like the Rapture, it could be any time now. you know,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, people
Dang, I missed it again?
yeah,
Jeez.
Rapture talk. Yeah, TikTok all about the Rapture. People were like giving money away, and I was like, I've got info if you need,
Mm-hmm.
to send it
Yeah.
somewhere. But
Here's my address.
you know what? Everybody's like, well, it didn't happen. Well, it didn't happen. Here's just a hint of a theory. Okay. What if it did? But the
Yeah.
number of people that got called up was so small they were unnoticeable. Wouldn't that be a kick in the teeth?
Whoopsie. Dang it.
because one, and I'm not a religious guy. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. But one, I know this much: the Bible really doesn't really describe the rapture. It came from people cherry picking like about three
Yeah.
verses out, and trying to build like the Left Behind series and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So people have an idea what they think it is based on like what authors have done, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but
You could,
if you really look at the Bible, even if they take those verses for what they are, and everyone got called up, it doesn't mean the world was ending. It meant now we're going through the tribulation stage here on earth, and it doesn't specify how long the frick that's going to be. You know, so these true Christians would get called home, and now we all got to go through the rest of the mess, right?
yeah.
So I'm just saying.
Eh. Well, the rapture thing probably like my normal. Day late, a dollar short.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't expecting to get called up at all. But no. But like I said, I'm not really a religious guy. But
There
no,
you go.
I just thought
That
I
would be
just think
funny.
it's funny. I just think it's funny that some of these arrogant ass people were like, like, hey, I'm gonna get called home. Would you take care of my dog?
Yeah.
What the hell makes you think that person's not gonna get called home? You know?
We need to do this.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would have been cool as hell.
Get like 40 or 50 inflatable dolls and just fill them with helium and release them all at the same time. Get it
Oh,
on film. Oh, look, there they go.
there was a bunch of people running
Son
out
of
that play trumpets, and they were just like playing trumpets outside. Oh,
Oh, yeah, of course, Orlando. I get calls about my extended warranty on the daily, and it's a 2024 vehicle. Come on.
yeah.
Jeez.
Well, hell, I get called about cars extended warranty that I've had 5 different cars since then.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know where that car is anymore. It's
Yeah.
probably crushed somewhere.
Sold that thing 10 years ago. Come on.
Mm.
But yeah, well, I get calls from solicitors all the time about this property that I supposedly own in 125 South Spring Street, Louisville, Kentucky. I've been living here in Texas now for well over 10 years and never owned any property in Louisville, ever.
Ooh, I want to look this one up. Hey, I'm being picky about what I look up because I got the 15-minute warning here. Now, we did look up earlier Spirit Hounds. Remember that one? That was the Colorado one.
Yep.
And there's just another one on their site, but I want to look up this one.
What's upcoming that we're supposed to be looking for? You said there's a few.
That's what we're looking at now.
Okay. Spirit Hounds?
No, yeah, there's one, but it was Spirit Hounds Distiller Sherry Cask Finished American Single Malt upcoming. This Colorado-based distiller has a rare limited release coming. Oh, that was the one. It's upcoming again. They only release it around the holiday.
Ah,
it was the same
once
one.
a year thing.
Yeah, it's a once a year thing. That's why I didn't.
Still Austin does a lot of that.
Yeah. So this one is Old Line.
Jeez, Orlando. That's terrible.
And it's only, well, I say only, it's $65.
That's not too bad.
But it looks like it's 100 proof, I think.
It's not too bad. 65 for a 100 proofer?
Well, and it's finished. I don't know. I'm going to share the screen. This one kind of caught my eye when I was kind of just reading through them.
Old Line. Oh, okay. They make some pretty good whiskey.
Hey, there you go. And this one, I don't care about all the fake ass paid for awards they got, but
yeah.
So it looks like that.
Yeah.
Is that 100 proof? I'm trying to zoom in here.
Yep.
Yeah, 50%. Okay. Yep. Double Oak Series Sherry Cask.
Double Oak. Really?
Yeah.
That's just,
Here,
that's
I'll
just
bring it up big.
a weird picture, though. I mean, I'm not sure that that's the actual color of the whiskey. It looks just like.
Oh no, don't. I wouldn't judge color of whiskey by any photos because I guarantee you, I can look up, like, go to Google Images and type in any whiskey, and you'll see 15 variations of the color.
Pause. Let me see that. Freshly finished and freshly emptied sherry cask. So that's a wet sherry barrel.
So that was really the only one of note
of
the American whiskeys, single malts and American whiskeys.
Okay.
The next is bourbons. Now this next one, both of these,
that might be pretty good.
I'm kind of interested in because they're the Doc Holidays.
Okay.
One of them's an 8-year bourbon. They're both the same. One's 8-year and one's 13-year.
Hey, okay.
So it's Doc Holiday bourbon. They're both Oloroso sherry finished. It's supposed to have been August, so they should already be out. In honor of Doc Holliday's 174th birthday. But they're both the same. Let me see if I can find them on here.
174th birthday. What a geezer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay. Never mind. I took a notice of that one. I'm like, wait a minute. That's Petey. And Sherry.
Oh, Fred Minnick had something to say about it.
Yeah, of course he would.
I'm trying to look and see how much they cost. Okay, so the 8-year is pretty cheap. It's only $125. The 13-year is $200. My thing is, if I were going to get a bottle of that, I don't know if I would go on ahead and do the 200 and get the 13.
Well,
I mean, because I don't like spending 125. You
yeah.
know,
But I guess it kind of depends on if you're looking for more of the oak influence, or
yeah.
the barrel.
Well, but I like. Okay, so you remember the oh, I gave it away. The one that was I had the 15-year that was really really good, but I didn't like the 16.
Of the
I
Doc
can't
Holiday.
remember. No, no, no. It was a different bourbon. I gave it to Jimmy
Oh, okay.
Harbaugh. That was our thing. I'd have that much left in the bottle and I would just take it to Arkansas and give it to him.
I got you.
Um Gosh, I can't. I'm drawing a blank right now on it, but that was the one I really liked.
Holland's
That
Ghost.
bourbon. What's that?
Holland's
No, no,
Ghost.
no, no, no. This was from Kentucky um, farm, something farms.
Star Hill Farms.
No, gosh. Anyway, I don't want to get hung up on it.
Okay.
The next one is that Oak Lore. Remember we looked at the Oloroso Sherry finish.
Uh-huh.
One, that's the 4 grain. They're just going to come out with another release for 2025, which is all that is. So we've already looked at that one. Blends though is I only have one. There's only one left, and I kind of just sped through some of this. It's good when we can get through everything. Oh, I want to look this one up. Hang on,
Ooh, that's super good. Oh yeah.
because I've heard of this brand and I like it. That's it right there. Helldiver.
I went sideways for the last pour. The Kilhoman. Went for a Kilhoman Fino sherry cask. Matured. Still sherry.
Enter.
So
Lottery sold out. Really? They did a lottery on it?
oh dang.
17-year-old.
What? €17?
Yeah.
That's cheap as heck. So that's like $20.
Oh shit. 6,228 bottle outturn.
Okay.
17 to 24-year-old whiskeys. Finished in
Wow.
Pedro Jimenez Sherry Cognac and New American Oak Cask.
Wow.
86 corn, 13 rye. So it's a high corn.
Yeah.
Bourbon. Only 1% malted barley. Well, and if you're using sherry cask, why would you want the nuttiness from the malted barley? You know?
Well, you got to have something to balance that 75% corn, because there's going to be all kinds of sweet.
Well, yeah, but the sherry finish, or the cognac, it's cognac.
Yeah, the cognac will help cut some of that sweetness, I would think.
Anyway, I'm going to show you the bottle.
Okay.
So that's what it looks like right there. It's got a duck on it down here. I can zoom in. It looks like a wine bottle, right? It looks like a Booker's bottle, with the little tab at the top. So let's zoom in where we can see the label.
17 years. Wow.
Cask strength whiskey, but it's cask strength. Now, I don't get a price on this. They had a lottery.
Found North. Good brand.
Distilled in Canada.
Yep. The cool thing about that being in a Canadian distillery is, 17 years is not that bad for them.
No, it's cold. It's cooler climate. What I like is 112.4 proof. So,
wow,
it's cask strength, but it doesn't mean it's hazmat, right?
Yeah, they had to proof that down.
Yeah.
17 years, they had to have proved that down
Oh,
some.
they added water to the barrel.
Yeah,
See,
for
and that's
sure.
how they get away with cask strength. Because as long as you don't bottle it, like as long as it's in the barrel, they can add water to it over the years.
Well, I think with the cash strength, they put it in the barrel at 117, so they pull it out of the barrel at 140, 150, proof
No,
it
that's
back down
foolproof.
to 117
No,
that
that's
they put it
foolproof.
in the barrel at, right?
That's foolproof.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Cask strength means what it comes out of the cask at, but the bending the rules means you can start adding water to it when you start losing angel share.
Oh, like Phil Austin does with
You're bending the rules, but
the petite
te-
water.
yeah, technically, when you bring it out of the cask, you bottle it. That's cask strength.
Okay. Well, they're
Oh,
kind of
Calumet.
fluid with the
Yeah,
rules
that's
there a
it.
little bit.
Calumet. Thank you, Sean. Yeah. So the Calumet,
Oh, the
I
15
like the
16.
15 year, but I don't like the 16 year.
Yeah.
The 16 year is too bitter. I like the 15.
Yep.
And if you look for Calumet 15 versus 16, typically now when you find it, you can get the 16 cheaper than the 15.
I can get both of them.
Yeah, I'm talking about the price on them though. The 15
Yeah,
years, they tend to be priced a little bit higher. I'm not
yeah,
saying a bunch higher, but they tend to be a little higher.
yeah. I think it's around 15 to $20 difference.
Yeah, and like James Morgan said, they do it slowly yeah, that
So,
soapification.
so,
Yeah,
Saponification. Yeah.
yeah,
If
sonification.
you brew something too harsh, if you add too much water at one time, you
Yeah,
can wind up with it'll kind of separate weirdly, and you'll get
yeah,
this weird, odd soapy note to it.
yep.
Still Austin, what they're doing is slow water reduction, where they'll add a little bit of water to the cask and then keep maturing it, and they add a
Hmm.
little bit more water and keep maturing it.
Well, and when you're going over like a 15 to 17 year period, yeah, you can just do a little at a
Well,
time.
yeah, but down here in Texas, it's a little bit more different,
Yeah.
because we have a 30-degree different temperature change on the
Oh,
daily
absolutely. Yeah.
down here. I mean, it's throughout the whole spring, summer, fall. It's basically 20 to 30-degree temperature change every single day.
Yep.
So that's why a lot of the Texas stuff down here, it's so freaking dark, because it's in the wood, it's out of the wood, it's in the wood, it's out of the wood, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
daily. There's no, oh, it's a nice little calm day sort of thing, for a couple of months. No, it's freaking daily. So that's one of the reasons that I don't like Garrison Brothers,
Yeah.
because their stuff, boom, 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 like it's here really fast,
If
and it slaps
yeah.
you in the side of the head. It's for me, it's worse than Balcones. As
Well,
far
what I say is balcones is a fist to the face, and the other one has brass knuckles on.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah.
Balcones is like I got a hard slap, versus
Yeah.
Garrison Brothers is a small bat.
Yeah. That's
So they're
it.
going, hey, geesh, they're knocking you out of the park. You're like, holy crap.
Game
But
of
they
death
weren't that
nunchucks.
bad starting out. I mean,
Mm-mm.
I remember drinking some Garrison Brothers 10 years ago, and it wasn't as much of a bat to the side of the head as it
Yeah.
is now. But hey, people like what they like. So hey,
Woo.
more power to them. Drink whatever you like. I don't
Uh,
have a problem with it.
Let me tell you this. We're at the end of the show right here, and I am shaking my legs so hard because I've been drinking a bunch of water. Uh,
Yep.
that man, but I'm going to make it to the end of this. We're at 1 minute, well, less than a minute here. So we're going to go ahead and end this for tonight. I hope y'all found some useful information. It's always good to have folks
Oh,
hang out and talk about whiskey. Appreciate y'all showing up. If you wouldn't mind, give us a like if you haven't done so already. It really helps. And it's free. And guys, we'll see you next week.
All right. Peace, love, and bourbon, y'all. Cheers.
Peace.